Generally, I think I was wasting my time back in the school. Yes, I read those stupid book and listen to those stupid teaching. I mean, they didn't really teach you anything. What they taught, based on those knowledge that they taught, you cannot build anything that useful. So in other words, they're just talking shit. And you know what? The worst thing about that is that you have to pay your money for that service. So it's not quite good at my opinion. But there has a good news for you. You get the Google. So basically you can search everything that you are interested in, and you get that knowledge and you learn that kind of thing. You do some real stuff. That's cool. And that's why we always love the real internet instead of some local area network. For example, the Chinese network. Everybody knows that in China you cannot visit the Google, you cannot visit the Twitter, you cannot visit the Facebook, and you cannot use the Telegram. I'll do more talks on that topic, but now let's go back to this tutorial. We're gonna rebuild the WeChat. To rebuild the WeChat, the first thing we're going to know is that we have to at least build some user interface that's similar to a chat application instead of something like this. It's not this. The way this web page looks like right now is not suitable for web chat. So we have to do some changes about it. Let's do it. For doing that, we have to choose a style library. You can use a Bootstrap. Here I'll simply test the button, say if we got the Bootstrap installed in our project. I'll just paste those things in here and give it a look. There it is. We don't have that library installed on our project. So in this case, we will not use a Bootstrap, we will use Material Design. Okay, that at the beginning, we should install it with something like this. You have to reload the whole project. I mean, you have to serve it again to let that to be able to use that library. Then how do you use that? You have to import it and call this thing view.use function. So in the main.js, we do something like this: import what we need, then call view.use. For some reason, from my past experience, I know that if I don't import this CSS, things will go wrong. And we can see that. Just wait a minute, I'll show you. For example, now let's go to the components and choose a button and copy some codes from that, just like this. Copy it and paste to the app.view. Okay, let's see what we got. As you can see, we get something like this without the CSS imported at this level. So if we do so, we will get something like this. It's not good without the corner. So we have to import the CSS in the main.js file. Alright, now let's go back to the web page. Now you can see the corner just get into there. That's what I'm going to tell you. That's what I want to say in here. You have to import the CSS to make it work. Okay, let's forget about that. Now the web page still looks like a shit. It doesn't have anything in there yet. So we have to choose one. How about the toolbar? No, it's not good. Toolbar is not what we are looking for. How about the tabs? Okay, tabs looks fine. It seems like good. Maybe we will use tab. How about the menu? Oh, we will not use the menu. And the bridge, we will not use it. The drawer. Oh, it looks like this. You know what? I just hope my application becomes something that easy for users to use. And we are doing a chat application, so probably we will use a tab. We can create a tab with the home. From the home, you can get the chatting history. You can see how many people are sending message to you, and then we got another, for example, the contact. From there, you can choose the people and you can send message to her. And the third tab, it will be the friend group. From there, you can see those things that people send to your friend group. Okay, that's it. So here we're gonna use the tab. To use tab, we will just copy this thing. So it should be in the app.view at the main page. Yeah, at the home page. Okay, now let's say what we get. We get something like this. It's quite strange because we got the whole we got a lot of things in there. It seems very strange for me. So we don't need the mirror subpage kind of thing. We don't need that. Okay, now we got something like this. It's good. So I start to wondering if do we really need a router at here? It seems like we don't have to. Okay. So I'll just comment out this. Good. Let's see what we will get. Okay, we got nothing now. We don't need the disabled. Actually, we only need 3 stuff in those sense. 3 stuffs. 3 pages, 3 tables, whatever you call it. The first tab, it should be the home tab. And the second one should be contact. The third one should be post is good enough. So we'll keep it there. So now let's say what we get. The home, the contact, and the post. It's good. Quite good. The only problem is that we should have a website with we want this website have a feature of responsiveness. When I say that, what I mean is I want this web page has a feature of response. I hope the user interface will change according to the screen size, and apparently it doesn't have it right now. Okay, here's the one. We should have this feature, centered feature. So we only need to add another parameter, MD element centered. Okay, now I can see what we got. It's very good. We got the centered stuff. You know what? I just think that the home shouldn't on the most left side. It should be in the center, because from the center we can go to the contact or go to the post with equal distance. That would be better if we standing at our user view. Okay, so let's do it. Just move this to there. Hey, what we got? The contact still at the first. How is it supposed to be in there? No. Something was wrong with that. Definitely. Okay, here we got it. The MD active table. Set the current selected table. Works by providing the ID of the desired MD table tab. So how do we change it? We'll just simply have to copy that string and put it into here, and give it an ID, for example 2. Let's see what will happen if we give it 2. Alright, nothing happened actually. How about we give it a real number? No, still nothing happened. How about this? Oh, I did my best, but the ID, actually the ID means the identification, so we should never give it a number, but instead we should give it the ID. The ID could be a string. At this case, the target ID that we want it to be is the tab home. It's right in here, the identification. So now let's say what we got if we do that. Well, still got nothing. It's quite strange. Why this will ever happen to us? Now let's go to this page. No, we cannot get anything. We should do some changes about this. For example, I'm gonna say this is the home. No, this is the pages, and this is a home. This is a post. Alright. If we open this website, if we open this at the incognito window, what we will get is the pages. Pages? What? What we will get is the first tab. A was not right. We want it to be the home. Okay, I just found out how to do that. You just have to set the MD sync road to false. What's that mean? You can say from this place. This parameter, this property, make sure that synchronize the table selection with the current road. The current road is something like this, the table's home, and it is something that you defined in here, 2 tabs home. You have to make sure the 3 scene, if they are in same level, you should always keep it at the same parent. For example, here it is the components tables, but with different child name. This one is pages, and this one is home, this one is post. After that, after you set this to false, you have to set the active table to the ID identification that you want the browser to go in default. So at this stage, at this time, if we open this page, for example, I connect this to contact. If we open this page at the incognito browser, we will see something like this. Well, it's still not working. This is something that I don't want to say. It is complicated. Okay, now I was quite sure that I'm doing the right thing. Now if we go to the website with incognito thing, you will be redirected to the home tab. So how did I make that? Well, simply it's quite simple because the view blown property cannot be set with default HTML. You have to pass it with something like this. That's short stance to make your template more readable. No, it's not that. If you want to pass a blue value in your view HTML code, you have to use something like this, band with a symbol, with that symbol. Then you are able to set the blown value true or false. If you are tired with the bound, if you don't want to use the bound, you can just use a shorthand of that, which is this. Use that symbol. This is what I did in the code. I just added a symbol that to do that job for me. So now it's worked. So this is how to use the material and how to use the table. Okay, I'll see you in the next time.